Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a recap slash review along with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 14. It's titled Disappearing Act. I hate when they title these shows um because of one thing that happened. The title should encompass the whole entire um episode. Anywho, I can't bother thinking of a name because they were all over the place. And my least favorite couple, Jasmine and Gino. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we see Jasmine sitting in the hotel room. She said her and Gino had an argument and she hadn't seen him for hours. That's what she get. Gino's giving her a taste of her own medicine. Thank God. Anywho, I think you should let her sweat for a few hours. Don't go back to her. Let her sweat for a few hours. Like, keep her wondering where he is. She said they had a conversation and it escalated really, really fast. I can imagine because she's always yelling and screaming at him for no reason at all. And she said she's never seen Gino like this, so now she's scared. She's worried. She pushed the poor man to his breaking point. So apparently it's the same thing that happened last episode. Apparently somebody sent her a message and her nudes were going to be posted all over the internet. And she tells this to Gino, and she wants Gino to feel compassionate. And he is in his own way. He said, don't worry about it. That's his way of consoling her. Don't worry about it. And she's like, she got mad because he said that. She said, I want him to apologize. He already apologized 10,000 times already. But she wanted him to apologize yet again. And because he didn't, she got upset. Then she looks through his phone and she sees that he went on a trip with an ex-girlfriend, and she gets mad at that. And Gino finally had it up to here. He took off. So she goes looking for Gino. He wasn't far. She found him. And she's so manipulative. She sits there and cries. It tells him that you've lied to me so much, I don't know, I can't trust you. And she sits there and cries, and he feels sorry for her. They hug it out, and then they're good for now. But if you don't trust him, she said, you lie so much, I can't trust you. If you don't trust him, leave him alone. Don't keep making his life a misery and your life a misery. She tells him she loves him. They hug it out, and now they're good again. It's a cycle. It happens. The same thing happens over and over again. Next scene, Gino and Jasmine, they're happy. They go to the to some springs, some hot springs, and they get in the water. The water looks disgusting to me. It looks green. It doesn't look clear and pretty. It looks green. But they're in the water. They put on their bathing suit. They get in the water, and they're happy, and they're having a good time. Later that day, they're back at the hotel. It's raining. They go outside in the rain. Gino gets down on one knee and proposes to Jasmine. And of course she says yes. They hug, they kiss. He puts the ring on her finger. And she don't like the ring. She says she don't think it's a diamond. And that's the end of them for this episode. Next is Kimberly and Usman. These two, they get on my nerves. Usman is sitting by the beach, and his assistant and his manager, they walk up towards him, and Usman tells them what happened with Kimberly throwing the drink or the water in his face. And Badmus, I think that's the assistant, he said, oh, someone could have seen that and taken a video of it, make a video of it. It happened too fast for anybody to pick up their phone, turn on the camera, and take a picture. It happened too fast. And Badmus, hon, there's a camera there that's filming the whole thing. That's how we got to see it, babe. That's how we got to see it. It's on national TV. It's being recorded. This is only going to make his career better. He thinks that this will ruin Usman's career. This will only make his career better. Let me tell you. Half the world didn't know who Taylor Swift was until Kanye West embarrassed her at the Grammy. Then her name became a household name. I barely knew who she was until Kanye West tells the world that the award that she won should have went to Beyonce and embarrassed her. Then the whole world knew her name and he blew her up. So this can only blow him up. So shut up and go sit in a corner somewhere. Oh. Talking about somebody can take a video of it and it will ruin his musical career. No, this will help him to blow up, okay? It's footage. So next thing, the manager said he had to put his 2 cents in. He said Usman is not compatible with this old woman. Okay, you're his manager. This is his personal life. Mind your business. Go find your own woman. Okay, 3 hours later, we see Kimberly in her room. She's packing. She's pissed because Usman told her safe flight. Usman told her safe flight, so now she's packing and she's pissed. All right, right, packing and pissed. And then she gets a text from him saying, meet me at the beach bar now. So she's happy because she thought the relationship was over with when he told her to have a safe flight. You know, she thought the relationship was over with, so now she's happy. But Usman's not going to give up. Usman wants that necklace back and he wants to come to the States to further his career. So he's not going to just give up like that. So Kimberly goes to meet Usman. And there's a table and 2 chairs set up with rose petals all around and lights all around. And it looks pretty. Set up, nice little pretty setup. Kimberly sits down at the table. Usman comes out all dressed up, singing, serenading her. After the singing is done, they hug each other. And Kimberly is happy again. And then they sit down there talking and they're eating. And he asks her to come to Nigeria to meet his mother. That poor mother. She probably wondering how many damn people am I going to meet from America. And Kimberly, she's so happy she wants to jump for joy. Because now he wants her to meet the mother. She thinks this is serious now, boy. I'm in. So he actually kisses her on the lips. Yes, he did. I thought that was against his religion to keep kiss on the lips in public. I guess not. It's not taboo to kiss on the lips when you want your chain back and you want to come to America, I guess. I don't know. He wants that chain back, don't he? He's working for that chain. And then they walk off towards the hotel hand in hand. We know what's going to happen in that room tonight. Usman, I hope you're ready. Again. Anywho, that's the end of them. Thank God. Now, Memphis and Hamza. The only 2 couples I'm interested in at this point is Ximena and Mike and Mahogany and Ben. Those are the 2 couples that's giving me a kiki. Making my world. Making me laugh out loud. Okay? So let's get through Hamza and Memphis. Okay, so there's dancing and singing at Hamza's house because they're celebrating. I think they were supposed to celebrate 3 days before the wedding. So they are dancing and singing and doing all that. It seems like fun. Something I would enjoy. And they seem like they're having a good time. Okay, sorry. Yeah, they're at Hamza's mom's apartment, and they're dancing, having a good time. And Hamza is worried that Memphis went to the hotel to think, and she might change her mind about marrying him. And I think it's horrible the way she just left him. He wouldn't be able to just leave her like that. And then we see Memphis in the hotel room. She's packing. She's getting ready to go back to Hamza's mom's apartment. And she said that Hamza's sister sent her a video of the celebration that's happening at the party. So she leaves the hotel and she gets back to Hamza's mom's apartment. And before she goes to the apartment, before she goes inside the apartment, the producers ask her what's happening. And she tells the producer that she's going to ask Hamza to push the wedding back because she needs a few things in place first before she marries him. But when she gets to the apartment, everybody's happy. They're hugging her, they're kissing her, and she excuses herself and goes into the bathroom to brush her teeth. Why did she brush her teeth at the hotel? Maybe she forgot her toothbrush and didn't bring it to the hotel. Maybe she went out to breakfast first before she, I don't know, but she went into the bathroom and brushed her teeth. When she gets out of the bathroom, they dress her up. They dress her up in traditional garb and they put her in a carriage and they go to a hot house, a bathhouse, and Memphis feels loved and cared for. So now she's changing her mind about the prenup, about pushing the wedding back because everybody's so happy and they're treating her so well and so nice. She feels guilty now if she asks them to push the wedding back. So later on that day, they get back to Memphis' mother's apartment, and Hamza is getting his hair cut, and Memphis goes into the bedroom to call her mother, and she tells her mother about the prenup and the postnup, and her mom is pissed. Her mom is like, no, don't do a postnup, do a prenup. But Memphis explains to her that, everybody's being so nice to her, and they're dressing her up, and they're celebrating, and she feels bad pushing the wedding back. So the mother said, you know what, do what you need to do for you and your kids. Okay, so then when she gets off the phone with her mom, she goes into the living room and she asks Hamza to come Hamza and his sister to come into the bedroom with her because she wants the sister to help translate for her. So Memphis tells the sister, once they get in the bedroom, Memphis tells the sister to tell Hamza about the postnup and ask if he will sign a postnup. And the postnup is after the wedding. Hamza said he's tired of talking about this. And then she tells him if he doesn't agree to sign, then she's not going to marry him. And then Hamza said, what, am I marrying a woman or a piece of paper? And I don't know what Hamza's problem is. He already agreed to sign a prenup. So why not sign the postnup? That doesn't make any sense to me. You already agreed. And the sister is getting pissed too. She's like, why, you don't care about my brother? Why are you having him sign this? And she's getting mad and she's, getting her feet. She's supposed to only be there to translate, but she's getting in her feelings too. And Hamza tells his sister to tell Memphis to respect him and his feelings. So the sister tells Memphis that. But at the end, them going back and forth, at the end, Hamza agreed to sign the postnup. And that's the end of them. Thank God. Now we get into the real juicy stuff. The next couple is Mahogany and Ben. So Mahogany said that she is embarrassed that Benjamin did not have breakfast with her and her parents. She said it offends her that Benjamin wants to talk to her parents without her. I wouldn't let him talk to my parents without me. I'd be like, oh hell no, that's not going down. What do you mean you don't want me there when you talk to my parents? Are you crazy? Who are you having a relationship or trying to have a relationship? Them or me? Oh, you must be crazy. So still on Hamza. Mahogany and her father, they're off somewhere talking. And the father said to her, before I talk to Benjamin, is there anything I should know? He should tell him about the $1,000, or maybe you already know about the $1,000 that she borrowed from him. I don't know. But Mahogany tells him that when we chatted online, it wasn't real. So now she's trying to tell him that all the things she said to Ben online wasn't real. She was just talking. Why? When you talk to somebody, what you say is what you say. Your word is your word. What do you mean it was just chatting? She said we were only chatting, but Ben took it seriously. What else was he supposed to do? How come he wasn't supposed to take it seriously? She told him when they were chatting, I love you. I want to marry you. I want to have your kids. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you. That's what she was telling him when they were texting. I saw the text, But then she's saying, oh, that was just chatting. But Ben took it seriously. How else was he supposed to take that? But then she asked him for a loan of $1,000. Was that just chatting? He sent you the money. How come everything else was just chatting, but the $1,000 that you asked for was real? Mahogany is a friggin' swindler. That's what she is. Anyway, Mahogany tells her father that it's very immature of Ben not to show up for breakfast. And yes, I agree with her. Ben pouted in his room like a big baby because she wouldn't respond to his messages. So the father basically tells her that Ben is not good enough for her. And the next scene, we see Ben sitting at a table in an outdoors restaurant, and he's waiting for Mahogany's parents to come talk to him. And he is nervous because he knows that he disrespected her parents by not coming to have breakfast with them. But he wants the parents to talk to Mahogany on his behalf. What kind of crap is that? She is 22, which I think she's really 32. But why would what are they going to say? What is he going to say? Tell Mahogany to date me. And then they're going to say, okay. And then they're going to say, Mahogany, date Ben. It's her choice. She can date whoever the hell she want to date. Our parents can't tell her who to date and who not to date. She's 22 or 32, like I really think she is. That's dumb. He's ridiculous. I think Ben is drunk. I do. And we know that in real life, he got a DUI and he had a failure to appear. So they put a warrant out for his arrest and they arrested him. We know that happened in real life. So I think he's drunk right here. Because how are you going to tell her parents to tell her to date you? What kind of crap is that? Man. He should go on Love During Lockup and Love After Lockup. I would love that. Anyway, so he's sitting there waiting for the parents, and the parents are late showing up. So he thinks that they're doing to him what he did to them. Since he didn't show up for breakfast, they're not going to show up for this meeting. He thinks they're doing like a tit for tat type thing. So after a little while, Mahogany shows up. She says hello to him. They hug hello. And she hands him a letter. And she tells Ben that her father can't make it today. He can't make it. They're on vacation. How can he make it? What, he's got a meeting? What? They're all on vacation at a little resort. What do you mean he can't make it? But that's what she said. She said, my papa can't make it. And also, Ben opens up the letter to read it, and it's written in Spanish. He can't read that. So Mahogany she just tells him, Papa can't make it today. And he's still there looking at it funny. He puts his glasses on. He's trying to read it. You don't read Spanish, baby. What it says. Such an idiot. In her confessional, Mahogany said, really what really happened is her father is pissed because Ben didn't disrespected them by not showing up for breakfast, and her father don't want to talk to Ben. So that's what's really going on. That's what Mahogany said in her confessional. That's what's really going on, Ben. Ben asks Mahogany, how does she feel about the father not showing up? What kind of question is that? How do you feel about your father not showing up for this meeting? She said he can't make it. What are you talking about? How does she feel about it? So Mahogany basically said, I don't have a problem with him not showing up. I have a problem with you not showing up. Mahogany is something else. You gotta like her. You just have to like her. She said, I don't have a problem with my parents not showing up to meet you. What I have is a problem with you not showing up for breakfast. Explain yourself. That's what she tells him. She's 22, he's 52. And he said, I didn't come to breakfast because you didn't respond to my messages. Immature bastard. Because she didn't respond to your 50 million messages that you sent her. She would rather speak in person, not over a text message. How long did it take him to text all that crap? He said, I took a walk instead. He's a liar. He didn't leave that room. He was in the room pouting the whole time. He said, I took a walk instead. And I didn't realize that your parents were here. That's a lie. She had texted him and said, my parents are here. And he said, well, I want to talk to them. So why is he lying now? I didn't know your parents were here. No, you didn't know, but then she told you. And then she said, we're waiting here to have breakfast with you. Anyway, Mahogany tells him that she is more upset than her parents is. yeah, she comes, explain why you didn't show up for breakfast. And Ben said, I poured my heart out to you and you didn't respond, is what he said. He said, so I decided I wasn't going to show up until you responded. So that's why he didn't show up for breakfast, because she did not respond to his text messages. He said he poured his heart out to her and she didn't respond. That's really childish for a 52-year-old. Is he 52 or is he 50? I don't know. 52, 52, 100. He's old. He's too old for her. That's her granddaughter. His granddaughter. But now if she's 32, it's not. Anyway, she says, in her confessional, she says she is 22 and he's acting, and she's acting more mature than he is. That's what she says. Then Ben says to her, I wanted you to miss me. And Mahogany looked at him like, oh. And Mahogany knows more English than we think she knows. I think she knows a lot more English than we think she knows. Because when he said that to her, she was like, oh. No translator app happened. She knew exactly what he said. My skin is itching me. Oh. Anyway. She said, why did you want me to miss you? And Ben said, because I want to feel wanted. He is pathetic. He should just go home. Go home, fool. In her confessional, Mahogany said, she said exactly what I said. She said, Ben is old, but he's acting more immature than me, is what she said. And then Ben asked her if she thinks they have a chance. And then she said, I don't know. She said, you're different now than when we were chatting. You're acting totally different. And then she says, she's had enough. She says, I'm only here to deliver the note from my father. I didn't come here to sit here and chat with you. So he's like, okay. So she gets up and she leaves. And the next scene is the next morning. And we see Ben in his room packing. And he said he hasn't heard anything from Mahogany since she delivered her father's letter to him and left. He thinks that they have a 3 to 4 hour drive back to her hometown. And he'll be able to talk to her then and fix things. Ben said that God placed Mahogany in his heart. So he's going to ride this out till the very end. So he's done packing. He takes his bags. He goes to her room, knock on the door. The door opens up and it's a man, a shirtless man with some shades on. And I think the producers placed that man in that room for a dramatic effect. And Ben says, is Mahogany here? And he goes, no, this is my room. And Ben was like, oh, okay, sorry. So Ben drags his luggage down the steps to run to the parking lot to see if her car is still there. Her car is not there. Mahogany has left. She has left him stranded. Okay? So he goes to the office and he's speaking to the desk clerk or the lobby or whatever, and talk to the front desk guy. He's talking to the front desk guy, and he asks the front desk guy, did the person in room such and such leave? And the guy looks it up in the computer and he says, yeah, she left last night. It's like, wow, really? She checked out last night. She left in the middle of the night like a thief. She snuck out and left Ben there all by himself. Stranded, no transportation, no car. She said he's American, he has money. That's probably what she's thinking. He'll be all right. Ben is shell-shocked. He can't believe she left him. I can't believe she left him either. That's the second time she's left him stranded. She left him stranded at the airport, and she left him stranded. This is worse because he's got about a 4-hour drive and no transportation. He said he's 4 hours away from her hometown and he's 5 hours away from the airport. I would just get the ride straight to the airport and come back to the States. Why prolong this? She's left you stranded. I wonder if he's still saying now that God put her in his heart. God is making you go through this, Ben? So Ben tells the guy at the front desk that he needs a car to drive him to San Bartolo. That's where she is, I think, San Bartolo. And the cost is 1,000 souls. I looked it up. 1,000 souls in American dollars is $263.85. When the guy told Ben that, Ben said, "Oh, that's $250." He said, so yeah, he asked the guy to get him a car. So it's gonna cost him $263 $263.85 to get back to San Bartolo. And then Ben says she is immature and she's showing her age. That's the pot calling the kettle black all day long. He's immature too. She can be immature. She's young. What is your excuse, Ben? You're 50, 52, 60. The nerve of him. The pot calling. He says she's immature and she's showing her age. I wonder what his ex-wife, I wonder if his ex-wife ever treated him this way. I don't think so. I wonder if she's watching the show. If she's watching the show, she's probably saying, "Yes, get him." I wonder if his kids are watching. They're probably embarrassed. But horrible things have been happening to Ben ever since he left his wife. Let's see. I wrote down some stuff here. Let's see. Since he left his wife, he's been catfished by a Nigerian man. He fell in love with this young girl and he got engaged to her, but she didn't want him to have anything to do with his kids. He met Mahogany online. She lied to him. She left him stranded twice. She swindled $1,000 out of him. And now he got a DUI. He had a failure to appear. He had a warrant out for his arrest. And he got arrested. Bad things just keep happening to Ben. Instead of going to San Bartolo, go to the airport, Ben, and come back to the States. What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Well, that's the end of Ben and Mahogany. Now our final couple. Ximena and Mike. I think that's it, right? No Ella this week, thank God. Anyway, Ximena and Mike. We see Ximena home with her mother and her sister. And her mother asks her, "How's it going with Mike?" And Ximena says, "Fine." And the sister said, "Nope, that's a lie. That's a lie." Ximena's sister tells the mother that Ximena's been treating Mike like crap. She sure did. The mother asks Ximena, "Where is Mike?" So where is he? Ximena said, "He's sleeping in the spare room." And the mother is shocked. She goes, "What? You're not sleeping with him?" And Ximena said, "No." And the mother said, "How come? Aren't you all supposed to be getting married?" And Ximena told her, "I don't know." She said if she gets married, she'd be tied down, and she don't want to be tied down. So the mother said she's worried. And the mother is worried that Mike is going to dump Ximena because she's treating him like crap. And there's going to be they're all going to have to go out and get jobs because nobody's going to be paying for their livelihood anymore. That's what she's worried about. So, Ximena tells her mother that Mike is weird. She said he put his dirty shoes in the washing machine. She said he is filthy. She said he looks at her when she's sleeping. But the mother told her, "You know what? Fix this relationship. Because Mike is the only one that's going to take care of you and your 2 kids." That's what the mother said. So later, Mike is in the living room, and the mother comes in and offers him some apples. She cut up some apples, offered him some apples. And then she offered to make dinner for him. And she's trying to keep Mike happy because she knows Mike is paying the bills around this house. So Mike said he don't want no dinner. He wants some answers. So Mike asked the mother, "Why is Ximena being mean to me? She didn't say those words, but basically that's what he's asking her. And the mother says that she's cold. She's just a cold person. She didn't say those words, but she did say cold. But she didn't say the way I'm saying it, but this is the gist of what she said. She said Ximena is a cold person. And the mother said, I don't know why she's that way, but that's the way she is. And the mother tells Mike to be patient with her. And I shouldn't say poor Mike, because Mike is a racist. I don't feel sorry for him. But he's hanging on by his fingernails on this relationship. He is hanging on. He's gonna ride it out to the very end. The next scene, we see Mike and Ximena, and they're in a vehicle, and they're on their way to play pool. Ximena is wearing this ugly scarf on her head. I don't know why. Maybe she don't want nobody to recognize her with Mike. I don't know. Because she's wearing this hideous scarf on her head. But Mike tells her she looks nice. And he said, what about me? Do I look nice? She goes, you look normal. She tells him, you look normal. So Mike tells Ximena that her mother told him that he is her first serious relationship. Ximena said, that's a lie. She calls her mother a liar. She goes, that's a lie. She goes, I've had several relationships. I've had several serious relationships. What was she talking about? She said she just get bored easily. And Mike asked her, so why do you want to get married? And she told Mike, I don't want to get married. You want to get married. She said, I'm not ready for marriage yet. In her confessional, Ximena said she is too young to get married and she wants to enjoy herself. You've been enjoying yourself, Ximena. You have 2 kids with no daddy. You've been enjoying yourself. Anyway, she basically said she don't know if she can be with Mike. He's too annoying. Anyway, they get to the game place. They play pool. After a while, they sit down with some beers to have a talk. And Mike says to her, isn't this fun, just the 2 of us out together? She said, no, I'd rather be out with my sons. She is so friggin' mean because he won't give her the money to get her boobs done. So Mike's feelings is hurt by now. He's had it. Mike tells her, your feelings for me change when I stop paying for everything. That's what he tells her. No, Mike. Her feelings for you changed when you told her you wasn't paying for her boobs. That's when her feelings for you changed. But I couldn't believe he said that to her. So she tells him, there are things about you that I don't like. That's why my feelings have changed. That's what she tells him. She tells him, you still pay my rent. So that's not true what you just said, that my feelings changed because you stopped paying for things. You're still paying for my rent. My feelings change for you because there's things about you that I just don't like. So she told him that what he just said to her, I can't see, offends her. He says, as soon as I stop paying for things, your feelings change. And she said, that offends me. In her confessional, Ximena says she is angry. She's angry because when you love someone, you don't talk to them that way. So she says, she figured he loves me, so he shouldn't talk to me that way. She said, he is humiliating me. He's throwing things in my face. If he thinks I was only with him for money, then he never knew me. That's what she says in her confessional. So now she tells Mike, from now on, we are only friends. This is what she tells him. She said, don't send me any money ever again. We are no longer boyfriend and girlfriends. Wow. Then guess what happened? Mike grew a pair of balls. Yes, he did. Mike said, everything that I bought, I'm taking back to New York. When he said that, I almost fell out. I said, what? told her everything in that damn apartment that I paid for going back to New York with me. And Ximena said, take it all. It's like a gunfight, you know? You shoot, I shoot, you shoot, I shoot. I was like, what? She said, take it all. And then she said, our relationship is over. She's over. Mike get up and runs out of the place and says, I'm done. In the meantime, Ximena, she's still sitting there at the table and she has tears in her eyes and then she's wiping her tears away. And the producer says, do you think you're going to regret your decision? And she goes, I don't know. And she's wiping her tears away. In the meantime, Mike's running around in the dark because it's dark outside now. Oh, I bit my jaw. Mike is running around outside, running down the alleys, in the dark alleys. I don't know where he's going, what he's doing. I don't even think he knows his way back to the apartment. But he's running around in the dark talking about, my mind is going crazy. I'm done. And he's trying to run away from the cameras. That was so good. And that is the end of my review. I will be back next week with another one. Thank you for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.